Time now to check in with CoinDesk Global Policy and Regulation Managing Editor Nick Day, who is also the editor of CoinDesk's The State of Crypto newsletter. Hello there, Nick. So we have news that Republicans are starting to accept donations in crypto. Tell us a bit about that.
Yeah, so this is based on a report from last night, but it seems that the National Republican Congressional Committee will accept donations using BitPay. So while donors can send crypto, the NRCC will actually be receiving US dollars through BitPay's conversion. BitPay is a service that just converts crypto to fiat for businesses. It's been pretty widely used, and it seems the NRCC is going to be the latest customer here.
Was this to make Cynthia Lummis happy?
I have no word on that. I guess it's worth pointing out that this is specifically for the House of Representatives, so Senator Lummis would not be involved anyway.
Yeah.
But it is worth pointing out that the NRCC is chaired by Representative Tom Emmer out of Minnesota. Rep. Emmer has been the one of the leading voices on crypto adoption in Congress for quite a while now.
So the
Nick,
VanEck,
go ahead.
the VanEck ETF. What's going on with that? Is it we had some news coming out on there?
Yeah, so this is it was, I think, a purely procedural move. But basically, what happened is the SEC published an order yesterday announcing they were, quote, instituting proceedings to determine whether to approve or disapprove. And this is basically what happens every time. It's part of the process. The SEC, when it gets an ETF application, it can take up to 240 days, but each of those, there are set time limits on how long it can take to do certain things. So, it has a public comment period, it has a response to the comment period, and the SEC, initially announced this earlier this year and, gave people time to comment, and then it came up on a deadline yesterday where it had to either say yes, no, or extend, and that's what happened. This happens again, every ETF application we've seen regarding Bitcoin, the SEC has taken as much time as it possibly can before it makes a decision. So this kind of just feels like, more of that.
Nick, did anything come out of the Biden-Putin meeting that is relevant for the crypto industry?
So from the press conferences both world leaders gave yesterday, it sounds like cyber attacks were discussed, but it doesn't seem like anything specific to crypto was mentioned. But of course, cyber attacks, usually references ransomware, in these days. It goes beyond ransomware, of course, but ransomware is kind of the top of mind topic. I have to imagine that, anything that does occur that pertains to the crypto industry will kind of be, adjacent. It'll be as a result of any efforts made to tamp down on ransomware or to tamp down on other forms of cyber attack.